Hi, good morning, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, July 28th, 2023. I'm Giovanni Betancourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Alrighty, well, this week we've seen a lot of data coming out of the markets. We saw on Wednesday the Fed hiking interest rates, talking about they're reaching their 2% inflation target by 2025, and that on the next meeting on September, they will likely talk about pausing or another increment. Let's see what will happen. But we saw yesterday also that how the ECB hiked their interest rate by 25 basis points, and also today in Japan, how they have talked about uh, you know, doing some buying whatever amount of Japanese government bonds necessary to ensure that 10-year yield remains below 0.5%. Now, this particular accommodation policy has been utilized by traders and institutional investors for years as a means to borrow cheap Japanese yen and invest overseas stocks and bonds for a higher return. So therefore, a sudden change in the interest rate cap can lead to a sell-off in global stocks and bonds as traders rush to cover their carry trades by buying back Japanese yen. So that could be foreseen. So far for the indices, since the dollar is looking to be flattish at the moment, we're seeing how the Nasdaq is fluctuating to the upside. So I'm having my 15,800 target initially as a potential resistance level for it. Then we have the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, I'm looking at it that if it continues with this momentum to the upside into the open, then it will carry it on, and perhaps we could reach 4,620 as our initial target. It could obviously just blow right through it, or it could never reach it, or it could just retrace. Now, the Dow, after having 13 consecutive green days in the futures markets, it closed on the red in the red yesterday. So today we could probably be looking at that the market has opened with a gap up and it had been closed, and the momentum to the upside can be utilized, but we are almost entering the overbought territory. So 35,700 could be that initial resistance level for the Dow. As far as crude oil goes, crude oil has been making nicely moderate gains. It did open with a nice strong gap up. It has been closed. So with the momentum spilled over into the open, well, let's see if that's the case. I'm I'm gonna be using yesterday's high as my initial resistance, and then 81 as that second resistance internally. But the overall 81.50 to the upside with crude oil. Nat gas also is after making nice, recuperation from the strong sell-off that it did in the last 2 days. It has recovered, but I'm looking that it will probably just stay here idling, just sideways, choppy trading. So I won't be inside of it. And then we have gold. We have the gold that has opened with a small gap down. It has been closed. So now 1916 currently has been met. So could we reach it again? That could be a help by the dollar index if it happens to continue to fall. And then silver, as in token, gap down has been closed. So let's see if that will just make it just say trade sideways. Then copper is recuperating. It has engulfed so far. It's engulfing the previous candle, so that could be a bullish sign. Then we have Bitcoin. I'm looking at Bitcoin to just say flattish around just I don't know between 2950 and 29,000. Then the currencies, the pound, the euro is looking to sustain itself around 110. Pound looking to sustain itself of north of 128.50, and the dollar index is it has fluctuated to the upside to the downside. Right now, this doji, it could tell us that this previous momentum or this previous fluctuation could be bounced out, and then therefore let's see if sellers will come in and the dollar will just drop. Well, that's it for me today. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you Monday.